What is up, guys? Welcome back to a brand new Dragon Ball Legends video on Dragon Ball Central. Today, we are going to be talking about the first 5 matches that I had in the Legends Battle Royal Extreme. Let's go ahead and get right into it. All right, guys. First match of the day basically was a fantastic, easy match against a full-on Saiyan team. Didn't have a ton of synergy, had no equipment, wasn't maxed out. None of the sort. So it was a 40 timer count win. Very, very easy. Very little opposition. No adversity whatsoever. So basically, guys, we were able to just go in there, get warmed up, you know, shake out all of the kinks in the team and figure it all out early on without really much to worry about. I got hit with the Rising Rush. We successfully defended. It was a very, very easy matchup, all said and done. So basically, there's really not too much to talk about. We were 1-0, moving on. So guys, match number 2 was a lot of the same that we saw in match number 1. It was a maxed out team, very clearly. It also had maxed out equipment on it, so that was pretty cool. But at the same time, there was very little synergy on the team. Less synergy actually from the last team. So really interesting to see that. But this player actually knew what they were doing a little bit better than our last opponent. So the match lasted a little bit longer. Still didn't reach 60 timer counts. We were able to take home the W without, again, much adversity. Now, our third match was a little bit weird because it was obvious the player knew what they were doing when it came from purely playing the game, because they had a few decent plays. They caught me with a Rising Rush early. I mean, all in all, they played fairly well, but the team itself was absolutely awful. It had no synergy whatsoever. On top of that, I thought it was really, really weird because they didn't have very many equipments on their characters. There were low quality, unupgraded equipments. We saw an E rank, a C rank, a B rank, and multiple characters that actually had just 2 of the 3 equipments that were possibly able to be put on them, actually put on them. So all in all, a very, very weird, odd game, very weird match, but we did take home the victory. Again, it wasn't a very difficult one. We ended up losing 1 character, which was Vegeta, but with that said, I never again really felt like I could have lost that match. It was a fairly easy match from start to finish. Now, as far as this 4th match went, it was something that I thought that I had in the bag. I had a really, really good rotation because, you know, we started out pretty strong, to be completely honest with you guys, and I really didn't see that going against me. But this guy had really great timing on all of his attacks, on all his vanishes, and everything like that. He caught me out with some reads really, really early, and that definitely hurt us pretty bad, especially when we did eventually lose third form Frieza, which really was the downfall of the team, because that was how we were going to easily be able to take out 17. And 18, you know, we were going to be throwing our Vegeta at, hopefully, but with any luck, that was going to happen, and unfortunately, we had no luck. Vegeta got taken out by 18, actually, and things just went way downhill from there, boys. It just did not go very well. From start to finish, I felt like this guy pretty much dominated my team. We had a chance of coming back at one point, but I flubbed it really bad and screwed up. And unfortunately, that meant we took our first L of the tournament so far. Fortunately, you know, we really didn't lose out on much. Obviously, the rewards are pretty okay this time around, but there's no, like, actual overarching tournament we're trying to qualify for. So it's kind of just for a few in-game rewards, and all in all, if I lose out on a few of those, I'm really not that beat up about it. But yeah, so props to this guy. Androids are definitely very, very good. Stat-wise, maybe not as good as the newly buffed Frieza 4/ Lineage of Evil team, but at the same time, it did a very, very nice job. The cover change obviously was fantastic. And on top of that, it was just a very, very good team for this person to play in particular, because they knew the ins and outs of the team very, very well, obviously at practice, and really just knew what they were doing, which was our downfall. So guys, the final team of the day, number 5, unfortunately was another Android team. After getting my butt handed to me on a silver platter in the last match, I was a little bit concerned about this one, but this guy didn't have the same game knowledge that my last opponent obviously had. So it was a relatively easy matchup, all said and done. We did go very, very low HP with third form Frieza. We got hit with a Rising Rush, but it was a successful defense, and then that was really it, guys. Basically, from there on out, we were able to just destroy that Android 17. And yeah, that was pretty much it. Took the W and ended it 4-1 for the first day of matches. Now, I know you get 3 tickets a day, but I figure that, you know, since we get so many tickets this time around, guys, that it would be worth just going ahead and doing a few more than the normal 3 matches every single day, because otherwise we'd have like I think it's 9 days of content, and I just want to have a little bit fewer, because some of you guys aren't into this sort of thing. Some of you guys really enjoy this sort of thing, so we could just cut it down a little bit and just have some fun with normal average videos and just see what the meta shakes out like. It's definitely interesting seeing the meta sort of start to form here. Obviously, a lot of people playing androids, but there are a couple teams that can, hold androids to the fire and really give them a run for their money. And I think that my team, with the full Frieza Force power-ups that we've gotten with the most recent EX balance changes, I think that that's a pretty good team to do that. So, we got some good rotations on the meta versions of androids right now, so I think that we can do a pretty good job if we're a good player and if we're as good as our opponent as far as just how good we are in playing the game, not necessarily how good we are with specific teams. But yeah, guys, let me know how you're doing in the tournament right now. I know a lot of you guys probably are totally finished with your tickets that have been given out right now, so you have quite a few more matches than I do. So let me know what your current record is. I would love to hear it. Any of you guys currently undefeated, that would be pretty dope. I know there's no tournament or anything, but it's still a pretty cool achievement. So let me know down in the comment section below. As always, have a fantastic day. I will see you very, very soon for the next one. Again, if you have any ideas for future videos you'd like to see on the channel, drop them down in the comment section below. And until then, guys, peace.